Good, happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Exeter police seek man who attempted to rob X-Mart. Exeter police are asking the public's assistance in identifying a suspect involved in an attempted robbery. On Thursday at 7:28 p.m., Exeter police received a report of an attempted robbery at the X-Mart located at 72 Main Street. According to police, white male, approximately 6 feet 6 inches and 5 feet 8 inches tall, exited the passenger side of a red two-door couple coupe vehicle and entered the store. Once inside X-Mart, the suspect demanded cash while positioning his hand inside his sweatshirt as if holding a weapon. The cashier was not harmed, and the suspect left the scene in the same vehicle a few minutes later. The vehicle may be an older model Lexus SE5 with a moon roof and spoiler and barring New Hampshire registrations. Anyone with information pertaining to this investigation is urged to call Exeter Police at 603-772-1212. And here's a photo of the suspect as well. If you recognize him, call the Exeter Police, and here's a look at his car as well. If you recognize this car, also call the Exeter Police Department. Zoning Board votes 3-2 against variance for Manchester sex shop. Let's take a listen to this video from NH1 News.
5 people.
Has a diagnosable mental health condition.
Every time you help somebody with a mental health problem, you help all the people who love that person.
For the business, blocking the way for the store to set up shop. NH1's Sherry Small was there as community members turned out to try to persuade the board.
It's a variance from Section 8.19B2B for the sexually oriented business.
Tonight's public hearing on a zoning variance application brought out close to a dozen people to speak out either for or against a proposed adult novelty store in downtown Manchester.
There will be no nudity, no pornography.
Sophia Raymond of Chichester wants to open a store called Provocative Indulgences at this Manchester Street location. She describes the business as a boutique-style, upscale adult novelty store with an educational component. But since the proposed location is within 500 feet of a church, it violates a zoning ordinance. Raymond would need a variance from the Zoning Board of Adjustment. Nearly a dozen community members gave public testimony, some in support.
I'm seeing a little bit of a lack of vision of what it could be and how it could build. I mean, it's next to a bar. You've got people getting drunk right next door, and that's okay.
Others speaking out in opposition.
Tonight there are 140 children at the Palace Theater. I can see the proposed shop from the front door of the Palace.
We rent out office spaces and units for other businesses, and I don't think it's just very professional to have that right outside your window.
Most in opposition are either property or business owners from the surrounding area wanting to protect their interests. But board chair Alan Hendershot was quick to remind those present that the only reason a variance is needed is because of the proximity to at least 2 churches.
We do not ban sex shops
in Manchester. What we do is that we put limitations on them. The church itself, which is why I wanted to ask about the church, because it's really the only issue here tonight, is that they didn't have a problem with it.
Okay, and there you go on that report. I want to hear from all of you guys. What do you think about this? Comment below and let me know. Kerry visits Vietnam on last trip as U.S. Secretary of State. Secretary of State John Kerry met with Vietnam's leaders Friday during his last trip as the top diplomat for the United States. On eve of bank earnings, experts are bullish. The once hatched financials have been on a tear higher since President-elect Donald Trump won the election, and several market experts see the rally continuing. Obama throws Joe Biden the best surprise party ever. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
This also gives the internet one last chance to talk about our bromance. To know Joe Biden is to know that love without pretense, service without self-regard, and to live life fully. So, Joe, for your faith in your fellow Americans, for your love of country, and for your lifetime of service that will endure through the generations, I'd like to ask the military aide to join us on stage. For the final time as president, I am pleased to award our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Every single thing you've asked me to do, Mr. President, you have trusted me to do. And that is that's a remarkable thing. Well, I don't think according to the presidential and vice presidential scholars, that kind of relationship has existed. I mean, for real. It's all you, Mr. President. It's all you.
Okay, and there you go on that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.